Hi guys. The real reason you're afraid. Most people are afraid because they were brought up by parents that were also afraid. Remember when your mom said, be careful, don't touch that, you're gonna hurt yourself. That's why. And they put the fear on you. So now everything you do is out of fear. Every move you make, every place you go, every person you try not to offend, the reason you're so nice is because you're scared. You don't want to offend someone. You don't want people to think you're a bad guy. So you stayed where you are out of fear. For 90% of the people, it's not even their fault. Their parents were scared, and it just generation after generation. So now you got people that feel, you got people walking around that are afraid of everything, and as soon as something happens, it's a big deal. When really it doesn't, it's not a fart in the wind. But they think it's such a big deal. They're afraid of looking stupid. They're afraid of, yeah. They're afraid to make a mistake. That's why I say most of you would rather have your leg cut off than look stupid. That's where we're at now. Because you want to please everyone. You don't want to look stupid. You don't want to be judged. You don't want to get hurt. And I can go down the line. For the same reason people get married. Most of you are married just so you can roll over on the old hag. And the reason you're still married to the old hag is because you can't get your willy wet. So now you finally found someone that'll fuck you, so you just stayed with them. Now what kind of reason is that to stay with someone? Imagine that. Imagine that. Because you were so afraid that no one else would like you, you settled. You said, oh, this guy's good enough. Nobody else wants to sleep with me. Now look what you end up with. All out of fear again. Too scared to be alone. Scared to be alone? Let's just find someone to not be alone. So, because of that, everything you've done up until now, it's shit. Now your kids are being raised the same way. And most of your kids are by accident. I can prove that 50% of you are by accident. Not because there's an age gap between the two brother or sister. But most of yous were not planned. Your parents did you a disfavor by having you. Because they were not in a position to have kids to begin with. So you were raised on fear. Again. On that happy note, hopefully you guys get that fear out of you, but it's a tough thing to reverse. You have to go out of your comfort zone, because now you're so programmed to be scared that now you think that's the way it go. You think that's the way life is, but it's not. Fear is false expectations appearing real. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Just because you've never seen it before doesn't mean it doesn't exist or you can't change it. So there's always time to change it. You just have to be willing to take the judgment and don't fear people's opinions, because most of the people that most of the people that you are worried about their opinion are no fucking better than you are, if they're not worse. So they don't mean anything. Nobody knows the people. No one knows the people that you are concerned about, that have an opinion on you. If I don't know who they are, what are they in the cosmos of time? They're fuck all. In the cosmos of time, they're not a fart in the wind. So what does that say about you? Or me? We're all a fart in the wind. So why worry about someone else's opinion? And not do what you want out of fear of what they're going to say about you. What they're going to whisper about you. All that can be changed by switching your mentality and not being scared, understanding that fear is not real. Alright guys, that was my little spew on fear. False expectations appearing real. It's all fake, guys. Don't worry about the other guy. The people who say these things to you are trying to protect you or to not make a mistake. Look at where they are. That should tell you enough. They weren't willing to do it themselves because they were scared too. But you can't look at these people and listen to what they tell you. Alright, that's a wrap for me, guys. That's all I got to say about that. Have a good one.